It's gonna be Terry and
Hey guys, been her back more.
we're gonna be doing
NieR.
the drafting.
I don't know what we're doing. Are we going to tower? We're nearing the end.
Number one pick is Shane Powers, the cool guy.
It's a cool Boston tattoo.
Mark the next resource recovery unit on the map.
The reasoning behind this pick
Where are we going?
is what's baffling. Because she has to pick a man. Like, that is the criteria. And yet, she has young, fit men like
Park
Austin and
Ruins.
Nick
Okay.
staring her in the face.
Oh, do we end up going back to everywhere? I thought it was only a few, but maybe we do end up going everywhere.
Makes sense? No. Shane, cool guy. Boston tattoo.
Yeah. And
That's a
this
fashionable.
really, Lindsay, sets the whole season into motion.
Oh yeah, for sure. And because he's gonna pick Sally, and it's just like, it's hilarious to me that Danielle picks who is ultimately her biggest nemesis. Like, this is gonna be the guy who's like, why do you have such an aversion to working? Why are you like this?
Oh,
I
there
hate
it is.
everything about you.
And then Shane picks Courtney, and then it's like, really, like, Kasaya is set.
My notes say, Shane picks Courtney and will live to regret it.
It's so perfect. It's so perfect when you just look at this triangle of people of Danielle, Shane, and Courtney, and just how much they despise each other by the end of the season. The fact that they're the first three on the
Yeah, I
Kasaya
forgot
tribe,
that. Yeah, the Danielle
it's
picks.
amazing.
Do we think this was like intended to happen this fast, that they would dissolve the 4-tribe thing, or did they see that Tina went and they were like, oh crap, we gotta fix this?
I think that in terms of like the mismatch of the tribes, yeah, like I feel like that once that the older women lose Tina, like it's like, all right, are we losing Suri next?
I mean, they had to know this was gonna happen, though, right? Like, they saw the tribes when they did this.
Yeah.
Like, it's obvious that that's what's gonna happen.
But I actually feel like
abandoned 4 tribes in Cook Islands too. Like, they're gonna ditch that pretty
yeah, but
fast,
at least
too.
it's 4 tribes of 5 in Cook Island, so not as rough. But I actually kind of feel like that if the older women went to tribal council again, it might be goodbye to Ruth Marie.
Oh no.
So maybe it wouldn't have
Protect
been.
Ruth Marie.
Yeah, it wouldn't have been as bad. Because if Suri could figure out her way to stay over Timbertina, I think she could figure out a way to get either Melinda or Ruth Marie to stick with her. Unless Ruth Marie or Melinda were like actually like best friends.
God, huh?
Like, Suri told us we'd be fine without the lumberjack lady, and we're not.
We are not fine. We're not fine.
Far from fine.
Yeah. So, alright, so we get our tribes drafted. Bruce is not drafted by either tribe. He's not out of the game. So, no Jonathan or Wanda treatment for Bruce. He's going to go to Exile Island. Whoever loses is going to then bring home Bruce. So, we're going to see ultimately the tribes, start to get their act together. Lamina is going to win a reward to start things off. But Kasaya is a big happy family, Jess.
They're so happy. Shane is so happy to have women around.
Wow, these are my player ranking really slowed down.
Meanwhile, on the other side of the coin, Suri is not so happy. She feels like she's being invaded. She's very annoyed by Courtney.
It's an iconic sigh in that confessional where she's like, and invaded.
And Melinda and Suri, you feel out of the loop because we have Shane making an alliance with Danielle, Courtney, and Aris, like straight out the gate, swearing on his son's life immediately. So I can understand why Suri would feel, left out.
Yeah, it's not a great spot for Suri and Melinda here and Kasaya. We talked about how Sally is going to lose the Hawaiian sling. So, Lamina, even when they get a reward here, that they end up losing it immediately. Just there is some foreshadowing where Terry is like telling like the instructions of how to use it. Just make sure you hold on to this part of the Hawaiian sling. So you don't lose it.
Yeah, I feel like the worst place to practice using a Hawaiian sling is in like 40-foot deep water. Why not practice like on shore? Like a hot second, Sally? No?
Yeah, she goes like, maybe I should have practiced more, and then just like fires it off. No sooner are those words out of her mouth, and it's gone.
I would not touch the Hawaiian sling on Survivor.
No, not after Rupert's reaction to like the head coming off the one.
Right. I feel like that, like, once you lose it, you cannot, like, go back to camp. Like, you have to stay in that exact spot, and it's like, okay, like, because once you leave where you are in the ocean, like, you'll never get back to the spot where you lost it.
Yeah, and you didn't have Terry Deets, you know, Captain America, Superman, to swim down and go get it. So
Yeah, if
really
anything,
was
it's
really-
like, okay, Sally, you stay here, I'll go get Terry.
Sally, tread water.
Tread water right here, I will go get Terry.
Don't drown, I'll be right back.
Yeah.
She's been
So, anyway, we are seeing Aris is going to have a conversation with the group. There's a lot of group thinking, Kasaya, about what are we gonna do, and so he just wants to come out and say it's either gonna be Suri or Melinda who end up. We're gonna go home here.
Yeah,
Oof,
so
that
this
was
is after Kasaya has lost, and they're like, he's managed to convince Shane to stay. Like, yeah, it's just gonna be one
Wait,
of
are we
you.
going
And
to
Danielle and
same
Courtney are
one?
Like, what the hell? Like, you didn't talk about this.
This is heading towards the
I
park.
love that. This
He just announces it.
It's
Yeah.
horrifying. It is absolutely horrifying. And what's worse is that Aris points to this as a great move in his game, in his
Yeah.
final tribal council. I felt so great about telling Melinda that she was going to be the one to go. This is horrible. This is absolutely horrible if you want to build any relationship with Sari, which he ultimately does. But don't tell her, oh, by the way, it's one of you two, and whichever one of you isn't going now is going next.
Yeah, I felt like Suri had a very relatable reaction. She's like, I don't know what you want me to say.
Yeah.
Thank
What
you.
are you supposed to say to that?
Yeah.
Thanks for telling me, Aris. Really appreciate it.
Hmm.
That's especially after Shane has been like, I don't want to be here. I hate this. Let me go home. And then it's like, oh, actually, Shane changed his mind. And she's like desperate to stay. And that would be so insulting to just hear like, actually, we've decided it's you.
Mm-hmm.
I love Sari saying to, I believe it's Bob Dog and Melinda, like, if somebody wants to quit, let him quit. Just the register that her voice
This
went
might go a
to.
bit quicker than I
That
thought.
was, yeah, that was really good, like, intonation of how she said it. And Suri is, like, so transcendent when she's on the screen versus Melinda, who's not bringing a lot to the table, Jess.
No, she's 32, so again, don't know why she's on the older women tribe to
remember
begin
that?
with,
Oh.
but she's a singer-entertainer. I didn't particularly find her entertaining, but then again, she wasn't around for very long, so who knows, right? Like, maybe she gets into the dysfunction of Kasaya if she sticks around. My guess is no, but
Yeah.
she was there.
Singer, entertainer. I'm looking at her bio here. She entertained at Six Flags over Georgia for 2 years.
Oh.
She toured Europe while performing on a cruise ship, and she spent 6 years performing in Dollywood, oftentimes with Dolly Parton.
Oh, yeah,
Okay.
Look at her.
All right, she collects Marilyn Monroe memorabilia, and she watches
That's all
CBS
right.
soap operas. That seems a little pandering, Melinda.
Yeah, right, very on the nose, Melinda. Only the CBS one.
Yes, okay. All right, in the third episode, Bruce gets welcomed to Kasaya, and really, that Lindsay, in some ways, Bruce is like the Kasaya Messiah.
It's like, oh yes, they all needed my skills and knowledge, and I'm the most important person out here. It's like
Yes.
very high on it.
It's so great when you just can find somebody's buttons and like, oh, this is what they look like. Okay, well, and that's for Bruce. Oh, Bruce, you know everything. You're the best.
Yeah.
He keeps that up.
There's a moment later where Danielle's like, he's an older man, he deserves our respect, we gotta be nice to him. Yes.
That's why he gave her his vote. Yes.
Yeah. So Bruce comes in, and his assessment of the group, Jess, is like the group is not drinking enough water, and he says, okay, well, I'm gonna show you, like, I'm gonna make a water filter. I'm gonna teach you my trick how to do this. Here's how we're gonna filter the water. Get not one, not two, 3 T-shirts.
3 T-shirts.
Doesn't matter. Been doing this for years. This is gonna get the water about 90% good, and then
And then we can drink it.
Then you can drink it.
My thing is if Courtney is questioning whether or not this is a good idea,
Yeah.
probably not a good idea. And she's like, oh, I'm like in nature all the time. I've never heard of this before.
Yeah. So here's what I think. I don't think that Bruce's t-shirt method actually does anything. You know, I just think that, you know, in these seasons, I have to take a look at the water source, but I believe they're getting water from a well and not from like in the
fresh
Amazon,
water.
We had to go get drink water out of the Amazon River.
Yeah, at this point they give them fresh water
and, you know, you were drinking water that was like looked like you had like a glass of iced tea to drink that water. And I have to think though, here in Survivor Panama, and like in Survivor All Stars, I gotta think that the water source is a well, and I don't think that Survivor's gonna fill the contestants' well with non-potable water.
Chuck a couple parasites in there for good measure.
Yeah, like I gotta think, like they're getting the water from somewhere. I gotta think it's clean water they're filling up the well with.
Right, but well, maybe this doesn't apply. But later, when HB sees their pot of water, which I assume they were going to boil, it was pretty dirty looking. It could just be dirty water, but he was like, oh, I thought that's what you used to like wash your feet in or something.
And the pot doesn't ever get like it's not like stainless steel or anything like that. So I think there's like some discoloration that comes there. But I kind of feel like that, you know, in Survivor All Stars, some Rudy and some Hawk drinking the water from the well there. So and they turned out okay. So I think it's probably more precautionary than anything. So I think it's like a risk reward of like it's probably worse to be dehydrated than whatever risk you're taking to drink the water Survivor is giving you to start the game.
Yeah, well, the next challenge, Jeff's like, wow, you guys all look better. I can tell that you're more hydrated than before. Yeah, you feel amazing.
So, I mean, but that is like the really high point of Bruce stock in the game. So high on Bruce on
Everybody loves Bruce.
episode 3. Everybody loves it there. So ultimately, we see at the reward challenge, Lavina is going to win again. With tarps this time. And
rope, pillows, tarps.
Yes, Lavina and Dan is so proud of our shelter was designed to have a tarp added to it. This was perfect. Teach this Yeah. But then they send Bruce back to exile. And Shane says, these guys are playing for keeps.
Great moment.
Dirty move to send Bruce back to Exile Island. And Bruce has another rough night at Exile Island.
Yeah, they come right out and say, like, the reason we're doing this is because you told us that he's super helpful to you, so we've decided we're sending him back to make you weaker, which is gonna rub Kazaya the wrong way, like, they're gonna use this for vengeance in the future. But, yeah, Bruce is just gonna be there in a huge storm, and they have a moment of silence for him for, I think it's Lavina, actually.
For Bruce. Yes. It's an underreported story what bad weather season in Panama is.
It's brutal. It is absolutely brutal, the amount of rain that they get. And it does kind of like break things down at certain points. Like you kind of have to wonder, like, okay, do Nick and Danielle talk a little bit more, strategize a little bit more if they're not just completely miserable on exile in the rain? Yeah, they get some, and it's to the point where I had forgotten that Kazaya looks like a swamp at one point. Like their whole shelter is like nearly underwater.
How long is this?
Absolutely brutal, the amount of rain they get this season.
Bruce looks like he's just completely unprotected when he's on exile. Like, it looks like he's just in the
Bruce. Poor Bruce. Yeah. It seems a little bit worse in the pre-merge than ultimately a couple moments in post-merge, because like the first half of the game has most of the bad weather. But again, you know, for whatever reason, Survivor Pearl Islands did not have it too bad, but Survivor All Stars in the same location, another bad weather season. They just get like these like torrential downpours, which goes on and on and on. Thunder is super intense in Panama. Survivor has not been back to Panama since season 12 of the show, so maybe it really is an issue for the production also.
Well, that, and I think it's the bugs too, right? Like these contestants, they look, Misty especially, I noticed in one scene, brutal. Like I think it's also because she's pale that you could just notice the amount of just like red bumps all over her arms. Like it didn't seem like the bugs were an especially bad problem. I don't know if it was only early in the season, but I mean you see people just constantly like scratching themselves.
Yeah, that's interesting. I feel like that in Survivor Pearl Islands, that's an issue too. That I don't recall that being like a major. Although I'm almost sure. Maybe not for me. But I think also, if I remember, like Amber also got pretty beaten up by somebody. So maybe it's the appeal of Panama for Survivor is that it's like 3 hours from Miami. I think it's kind of like it's easy to get there, but ultimately Survivor never ends up going back to Panama. Yeah. So while Bruce is over at Exile Island, we're going to see Misty and Sally a little bit try to work on Nick and Austin, ultimately try to get some sort of young person alliance together. Lindsay, it doesn't go anywhere.
Yeah, it goes nowhere. I find it really funny that during this sequence, Misty says, I didn't come out here to sit on my own. But yeah, that's where we get the moment of Sally being like, yeah, I'm just your buddy, I'm your pal. Yeah. Missy's the flirt or whatever.
By the way, okay, Jess, you are the Misty stan on the panel. Could you tell us, without looking, what is Misty's occupation?
She's like some sort of
She's
tech
not a
person,
Zeus,
right?
even though we know that she's very
not
good
a
at it.
Zeus. She's not a
I
Zeus.
mean, I feel like is she not like the mattress type or something?
Missile engineer, right?
Missile engineer.
Yeah, missile engineer.
Oh my goodness.
So I'm surprised that her and Dan Fuego did not hit it off.
Just two
Well,
best friends.
he didn't tell her that he was an astronaut.
What do you think? Did she not tell people that she was a missile engineer? Because I feel like that at the point that she says she's a missile engineer, he takes her aside. He's like, like projectiles.
I feel like I start with that. If I'm a missile engineer, hi, my name's Misty. I'm a missile
So also
engineer.
makes you-
Like that's the first thing coming out of my mouth. So you think that's just see so many layers to Misty.
Yeah.
We missed out.
Yes, she has a degree in electrical engineering from Southern Methodist University.
This is interesting. I wonder where she is nowadays. I'd love to hear from Misty.
Very interesting
She's up to.
hear what she's up to. So she has also lectured at motivational and engineering seminars.
Oh,
Wow.
right in that cross section there.
Yeah. So we'll see.
She's like Danielle. She'd love to give speeches to people.
Okay. So we have very physical challenges here. I mean, I feel like that, like from the Survivor in the double digits, Lindsay, we see like Palau really got the ball rolling with very physical challenges, wrestling. I think this is one of the more physical challenges in this season, and this might be a first of basically dig for like the what would you call this? Like a sack of potatoes,
Yeah.
and then dig for the bag and then wrestle.
Yeah, no, this one is absolutely iconic. So many great moments here, but obviously the highlight is right at the end with Bob Tuck grabbing Ruth Marie by the back of her shirt and just like pulling her over to his mat. Absolutely incredible. Like you see her sprinting and he's coming behind her. Like, oh, you do not stand a
So
chance.
iconic. Like she's like her
Like, oh no! Please no, why am I in this matchup?
Mismatch.
No, what?
It's so good.
No, the physical ones, and this is this not the same challenge that in Heroes Villains they had like a million injuries? Like Rupert breaks his toe. I believe that
Stephanie Potts'
dislocates her shoulder. Like these are brutal challenges. But so funny when you have Bob Dog just to wreck. And I think it's there's like a matchup that's very similar because the mats are very close together, where like the two guys are like fighting back and forth as well in one of the scenes. So
Shane's great too, right? Where he's like, Aris, you bring me the bag! Bring me the bag!
he's really, you know what? Shane is great for morale if he's like on your side. Like he's a very go team kind of guy.
Yeah, especially when things are going well. Also.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So
Model 210.
now Lamina is going to go to tribal, and
Operator?
ultimately it's going to be Misty who is not going to make it. So Misty.
Don't remember this at all.
I'm telling
Being
you, she would
honest.
have been great.
I think she would have been fine. Like, I think she's probably,
Oh no.
like, certainly
So
like
this
a
operator
replacement level,
model is-
maybe better
Affirmative.
Sonora player.
Operator 2-1.
I feel like there's a moment in tribal
Volunteer
council
to
there where
undergo
Jeff's like,
Type B
so
equipment
what do you guys do
transition
with
during
Mr. Spear?
previous
Like,
descent.
just super
Sent to front
Yeah.
lines as Unit
like,
2-1B.
oh, we haven't had much luck
Recorded
yet.
as
Like, they just
missing in
completely.
action 4 hours
I mean,
later.
And that's why Almina is so boring. They won't even throw each other under the bus in tribal. Like, the one opportunity. Just say it.
You know, Misty, you know, it seems like she might have had something here. But we talk about like Suri, like back against the wall in a tribe before, is able to figure something out. Here's Misty in Tribo, what, 7? Isn't able to like outlast Sally here in this room, so she seems fine, but I don't know if she was ready to like 12 on 1.
Yeah, I wonder if Sally just seemed better. They did seem like obsessed with being good at challenges. I wonder if Sally was just a better challenge competitor, so that's why they kept her over Misty.
It's also wild that Misty went to the Exile Island. You would think that there would be some thought that, oh, maybe we should focus on Sally, because Misty might have the item.
Yeah, I don't know if either of you watched the second look or whatever, the like, bonus.
Oh, closer look? I did actually.
Yeah,
I watched
there's
it
a
a
moment
couple
in there.
times through, but yeah, so they explain that?
Yeah, I mean, not really, but so when she goes back and she's talking to her tribe, they're like, oh, I have to like leave her. She's like, oh, I'm terrible at lying. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, Sally didn't believe her for a second when they were still on the Women's tribe. Like, yeah, even if Courtney is questioning you again.
I do want to stop before we move on. I know we touched on it before, but this is the Shane's thinking seat episode, and I'd like to get a little like review from Rob. Like, do you think this is real? Because like he sounds so mad, and this would be very upsetting to me to have someone screaming like this. And they do like sort of tend to like go to people's faces where it's like, what the hell is going on with this guy? But like, you know.
Oh,
I think that he really wanted to have this scene. Like, he might have been playing it up a little bit. Like, I believe he earnestly wanted his scene to be his scene, and then not have anybody else sit there.
That's real, is what we're saying.
Yeah, I think it was a he genuinely wanted the scene and might have been playing it up a little bit more like effect. brings her into the final 5. So we got that going on over at Lamina. We see a little bit of Suri working from the bottom, and what's great about Suri all through the season, Jess, is that Suri loves the dysfunction.
She revels in it. Like, I love her confessional last episode where she's just like, these are the people you guys decided to align with, and now you hate each other. She really enjoys it, and I think it's because if there's all this dysfunction going on, she's not a target. She's the calm in the storm. So she enjoys the pandemonium because eyes aren't on her for going home next.
Get to the point where we're going to have some bad rainstorms again coming through, and we're gonna get to play for the Casa de Charmin.
Lane and Enzo and Spencer and all these other people. I was just like, it's a lot. But I keep having to go grab him and like drag him back to our actual job, you know, like the reason why we're here. And he sits down next to me and he just impassioned. He's like, you know what, like I there's some people that you just starstruck and you meet them like I know when I meet Taryn in person.
I'm not even gonna let you get this off.
I said, Taryn who? Taryn, you gonna cry for what? For why? You talk to this man twice a week. What you cry for?
Team Jaren.
Like, God dang, if it was you know, I'd understand.
Lindsay, an iconic reward in the history of Survivor.
Truly iconic. I don't think anyone could have predicted the dividends this would pay. Well, they have that room now. But like, this is going to be going to be Bruce's temporary motel or something. I don't know.
Yes, it's going to be a shelter. It's going to be a facility. Yes, fire. Yeah, it's going to host many logs. Yes.
Oh no. Oh god.
Oh my
It's
fucking
so
god,
funny.
what the fuck?
Like, it is one of the more iconic rewards in my opinion. Like, especially when you're talking about the sponsored ones. Casa de Charmin. Who cares about a toilet? Like, to be honest, if I got this, my first thought would also be, let's use it for firewood, let's use it for storage. Let's not, the first thing Bob Dog wants to do, though,
Yeah.
is not that.
Well, so you got Procter and Gamble, and they want to advertise their toilet paper on Survivor. So, like, I don't know necessarily. Like, really, the truth is, like, people do not need a bathroom in the way that you would in real life on Survivor. But I think that's just a way to get more Charmin into the show.
Yeah.
Yeah, and like the Bob Dog thing where he like just waltzes in there
Situation
and everyone's like
report.
horrified. I'm like, what is happening?
Yeah.
And then he comes out and he's like, I feel 10
Relief.
pounds lighter.
Yes.
Like, and then that same night, it's like, I think I'm gonna go sleep in there.
Authentication keys have been acquired.
Disgusting.
The tower is now open for
Do you
investigation.
think that this helps move toilet paper?
Good.
The Charmin sales?
Pretty happy afterwards.
Yeah, I guess so.
True.
So
I
we'll
mean,
sit
does
there.
toilet paper really need help selling itself? It's toilet paper.
Yeah. I know. I don't think.
The
Yeah.
last year, I think we've seen it's a hot commodity.
It's true. That's true. Although
Yeah.
at that point, you don't care about the brand. You're just buying what you can.
Yeah. Charmin has wasted millions and millions of dollars in advertising,
Just needed one pandemic.
especially on Survivor. All right. So Terry is going to be sent to Exile Island. He is going to go
Why
on
just
a
the
quest
fine.
for the idol. We get some Lamina without Terry, which
Alright,
is
so-
super snooze.
Yeah, they're
I
like,
have
we're
one
gonna make...
note.
Go ahead,
It
Jess.
says Lamina is hungry. That's it. That's
What
all
are
that
we
it
getting
is.
in here?
Lamina's hungry without Terry.
There's so much
Next
just
episode,
of
see you all.
Lamina that
Thank you for watching.
they